I did want to address this comment because I know I didn't really get to explain it. Part of the reason why I don't use words like, for example, like gay, two-spirit, or trans, when I'm talking about the colonial past, a lot of it has to do with kind of my own experience, right, in academia. I've been to academic conferences, and I have gotten some pushback or backlash because I used to kind of use those words nonchalantly, right, to kind of refer, to people from the past. And so I got a lot of feedback, a lot of criticism, right, because folks will say, well, you shouldn't be using modern gender identities, right? Modern gender or sexual identities to refer to people from the past. And they have a point. A lot of indigenous societies, especially in pre-Hispanic times, they didn't define themselves based on their sexualities. Where as a person, you distinguished yourself based on your occupation, based on what community you were a part of. Basically, the idea why I don't use these kind of identities to talk about the colonial and pre-Hispanic past, right? Because we don't know for sure that they use those kind of categories, at least according to the historical record. It's definitely very different today, right? Today we do use terms like two-spirit, gay, LGBTQ. But in terms of if someone was to ask me, hey, I'm very interested in learning about LGBTQ history or wanting to learn more about two-spirits. I would put the examples that I mentioned before, some of the books that I've cited in some of the past videos. I would definitely recommend them, and I would if I was to be a publisher and I was told to make an LGBTQ section or a two-spirit section, I would put these books under that category, but unfortunately, if I'm in front of an academic audience, I can't say, these are two-spirits, these are, LGBTQ, whatever, because then, of course you get a lot of criticism, right? And in my world, in my head, right, I do consider those experiences part of LGBTQ and two-spirit history. So thank you to the person who wrote this, because it inspired me to kind of explain myself a little bit more.